Symphonic Elements drums contains a library of customizable cinematic percussion phrases and hits, with onboard processing ranging from the real to the hyper-real. You're listening to a short orchestral-style cue built up using Symphonic Elements strings. It needs percussion to bring it to life. Symphonic Elements drums contains style phrases in the upper octaves with fills, individual hits, and common phrases down lower. Here I'm triggering a combination of phrases along with hits with some custom processing on the low and high drums and using finisher to saturate the sound. In this next section, I'm using a second instrument that's focusing on the snares with this phrase and some individual hits. I'm using some filtering, and we're introducing panning with the finisher. And we're using the transient shaper to emphasize the attack rather than the sustain. Next, I have two instances of drums, hard panned, both with different presets from the Airy category, focusing top-end content material. The first is using the filtering, the finisher, and the crossfade to emphasize the high end, as well as the focus EQ. And the transient controls are emphasizing the transients for the sharp attack, as well as the character effects. Now, in the second instance, I'm using again, an Airy preset, and both notes are triggering a common phrase that emphasizes the triplet 12/8 type of feel, and they're combining the phrase pattern with some individual hits. And here I'm emphasizing the top end with the finisher. Now, I've also introduced some elements from the first instance here to emphasize some percussion accents. So these are just individual metal hits. And I've got another instance to emphasize some low-end hits. So I've split up the range over the different instruments. Here, I've got something from the cinematic category with some big drums. Again, just individual hits combined with the top-end hard pan drums and the emphasis metal hits from the first instance. This next section is the resolution of the song with some calm, sustained chords and busy percussion. I'm going to animate the movement of the phaser on the low end by right-clicking and learning one of the knobs on my controller, and then I can capture the movement. Great, and now we should be able to hear that back. Now I'm going to change the effect on the high end from the flanger to the envelope filter. And in context. Let's listen to the whole cue.